Hey, it's Richie here and thanks so much for coming back to the channel. Now in this video I want to talk about 4 different ways you can find products to sell on eBay. Now I'm going to show you where you can find the product, what your true profit margin is, and whether there's even a demand for the product before you buy any inventory. And if you want more content like this, please hit the subscribe button below as well as hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm. It helps us quite a bit as we're a small channel, so thanks a lot in advance. Now I first started selling on eBay back in 2006 and currently I'm a full-time eBay seller. I've sold anything from mobile phones to MP3 players to clothes to iPod accessories, if you remember iPods, toys, fitness equipment and more. There's definitely no perfect product category. Each one of them have got their pros and cons, but what I'll share with you is how I choose what kind of product to go after, as well as show the best ways to source a product from beginner to advanced. Here are some of the things I look out for when picking a product. Number 1, something that's small and light. Now there's 2 reasons why this works really well. Number 1, if you're buying it from a supplier abroad, you're going to be able to get it sent to you via air, whereas if you get something a bit bigger and bulky, the margins aren't there for air. You'd have to get it sent to you through sea or rail, which can take about 2 months, whereas through air it's around a week. So not only will it be cheaper to get to you, but it will also be cheaper from you to the customer. The next thing you want to look for is something durable. So ideally something that does exactly what it says on the tin. It's not going to break down the line when the customer has it, and it's not going to break in transit. So something I've had issues with in the past is selling unbranded electronics, because what happens is you get it, you try it, everything works fine, you sell it, and then a couple of weeks later the customer might complain and you don't know whether the customer broke it or it just stopped working. And it's hard to kind of predict that, so I try and stay away from electronics now. But other products, like for example a mixing bowl or coasters, that's always going to do what you think it's going to do, so it's always a bit of a safer bet in my opinion. Number 3 is not compulsory, but it's a massive bonus, is if you sell something consumable. So for example, I obviously need mail bags again and again because I get them, I use them, I reorder. So that eBay seller makes a lot of money out of me because I keep coming back. So that could be anything like, you know, stationery, or it could be supplements, things like that. So now you got these things in mind, let's break down where to find these products to sell. So the first, and in my opinion the easiest way to get started, is something called retail arbitrage. Now I've done this and I made a video about this back in 2017, I'll link it here. But basically what I was doing is I found some pajamas, this is around Christmas time, some matching Christmas pajamas, and I saw them in store, I took a picture of them, and I came home and listed them on Amazon and eBay, both, and I just wanted to see if they'd sell. And the idea was, if it sold well, I would just go back and buy them, which it did. Within the first 24 hours I got maybe 3 or 4 orders, and so I went back to B&M, which is like this discount store in the UK, and I just basically cleared out all of their inventory, as well as every B&M in Nottingham. And that worked really well because most people who were buying weren't just buying, you know, one set of pajamas. Everybody wanted kind of matching pajamas for their family, which is why I needed to get them all, because I needed all the sets. And it was the most risk-free thing ever, because if it was just a fluke, those first like 4 or so sales that came in, I could always just go back to the shop and get my money back. So the way I saw it was no real risk. So if you're brand new to selling online, whether it's eBay or Amazon or Shopify or whatever, this is probably one of the best and easiest ways to get started. So if you're interested in that and you want to hear more, please check out that video, because I kind of show you the behind the scenes of everything in terms of profit margins, how much I was selling things for, how much I was buying things for, all that sort of stuff's there, so go take a look. The second way, which is pretty much my bread and butter now, is finding a product that's high in demand on eBay and then finding a manufacturer that can create that for me, and then basically I design my own packaging and branding and sell that as a brand on eBay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump over to the computer and show you exactly how that goes. Okay, so I'm here on a website called watchcount.com, and this is great because you can actually choose whatever country you're in. I'm in the UK, but if you're in a different country you can choose from here. And what it's basically going to show you is what are the most watched items. So a watched item is something that someone's shown interest in. So they've said, you know, I want to keep an eye on this, and they've saved it. So this website basically will show you the best products or the most watched products in any keyword or category. So if you already got an idea of what you want to go for, you just enter the product here, like let's say iPad cases or whatever it is. If you're not sure, then just choose a category and just go from there. So I'm going to go with cameras and photography. So what we'll see is eBay is very transparent in the sense that it will actually show you how many units of products are sold, but the most watched doesn't necessarily mean it's getting the most sales. For example, I know in the jewelry category, some of the most watched items are not the best sellers. So I've seen, I don't know if I'll see it now, but I've seen really expensive products, £1,000 ring, but obviously that's not the best selling product in the category. So what you do is you go through and you kind of look for things you could potentially sell. So here's a tripod, which what I'm going to do is I'm going to open that into a new window, and you can see they're selling it for £10. And if I click this item sold, I can see how quickly they're selling it. So you can see today's the 24th of July, so they're not selling it that frequently. In fact, entire month of July they've sold 4. So and you can see that they've put their price down because they obviously realise that they're not selling. So yeah, they were always selling it for £12 and now they put it down for £10. So even though this product is highly watched, almost 3,000 people watching it, it doesn't look like it sells that well. This could potentially be a good product. I just don't know enough about it, so I personally wouldn't go for that. But let's see, memory cards. So memory cards could be a hit and miss because people do like to go with a brand that they know, and you can sometimes get these wholesale. So I'm going to scroll down and let's see. This could be a good product because they're just selling the background, they're just selling this vinyl sheet, so it'd be very cheap to sell, cheap to ship, cheap to get, all that sort of thing. And you can see it's only £6, but that's not going to give me enough margin that I can get excited about. So here we can see a camera backpack, so I'm going to click on this. So just kind of get an idea from the pictures what they're looking for, because this could actually be a really good item. You can see it's got all the compartments and things, and I think £26 is, I feel like we could definitely source this a lot cheaper. So I'd come in here and I'd look at what are the characteristics of this product that make it appealing to a buyer. So you can see here, it's got, obviously it's got different sections to put in your card reader, your charger, and I even saw somewhere to put your tripod and things. And then basically I'm just going to go over to Alibaba and see what kind of similar product I can find like this. So okay, I'm here on Alibaba.com, and what I did was I basically typed camera bag at the top, and you can already see here we can start getting things for £4. So it's not necessarily you want to go for the cheapest. I don't know if this would necessarily be what we'd be looking for, but I can tell it's a good seller because they've been with Alibaba for at least 9 years, so they've got good, and we can check out the seller and I can show you what to do about that. But we can start looking through and just kind of see, okay, what kind of pricing are we looking at? You can see again we're looking around £4 to £5. I would probably, because obviously you need to, this one's a lot more expensive, but that looks pretty good as well. You want to be taking into account that this is just the price of the product. On top of this, you're going to have to pay import tax, and you're going to have to pay shipping from China to wherever you are. So for a price like this, I would probably round it up to say £10, just to kind of give myself that margin. So once I've done that, and if you're interested, please leave me a comment and I'll make a full video on how I go about finding a good reliable supplier on here. But I can see suppliers with good history selling, or these would be out of the price. And you can see this is custom waxed waterproof. This is a very different market, but I can definitely see a good potential here. For example, this is a good seller, 13 years history on Alibaba, and you know, again, it's between 6 and 8, and you can see this said minimum order 2 pieces. So if you're looking to order 50 or 100, you're going to get a lot better price than this. But I'm going to go with £10 as the product, and then I go over to a website called eBay's fees calculator, and again, you can choose your country, and this will basically work out your margins for you. So I've just put it in here, so you can see I've said that the product sells for £26. Shipping charged for free shipping. The item costs, let's say, £10. Shipping to us, so we're offering them free shipping, but we're going to pay £3. That's how much I'd pay in the UK. I'm just saying one order, and then you want to choose this based on yourself, camera and photography, and then we can see here that the total profit would be £9.37, and you can see that's the fee percentage and so on. And this is really good, because what I try to look at, I don't really look at profit margin in terms of, okay, I'm selling it for £26 and my profit margin is £9 and that's X percent. I don't look at it like that. I look at this as an investment. So I look at this as, okay, I'm putting in £10 and I'm getting £9.37 back, and £10, I definitely think we could get it cheaper than £10. That was just being conservative. So the way I look at it is I would be doubling my money on every sale. So I'd be excited about this for sure. So this is pretty much what I'll do, and back to the video. Thanks for watching. The third and probably the most popular way is something called reselling or flipping items. So usually what this involves is going to like a garage or car boot sales or charity shops and basically looking for hidden gems. I've never done this before, but from what I understand, if you understand some sort of category really well, like for example sports memorabilia or home decor, you can really find some underpriced items. It doesn't need to be sports memorabilia or home decor, by the way. That was just 2 random examples I came up with. But basically something that only certain people would understand the value of, and the margin on these things can be insane. Like, it's not uncommon to hear someone buy something for $2 or pounds and sell it for 30. So if you know a category or willing to learn a category really, really well, this could be a good method for you. The downside though is it's not as predictable as selling your own branded products, because you're selling different things day in, day out, so you don't necessarily have the stability. And from what I understand, it's just basically listing products every single day, which is a lot different to my method, which is kind of like I list it once and get it to rank, and then the sales come in daily. Now, the final way that you hear a lot about is drop shipping from Amazon and other websites. Now, if you're not familiar with what drop shipping is, it's basically when you find a supplier who's willing to sell a product one by one, and they're willing to ship it to your customer directly. So basically you find a product for, let's say, £5, you list it for £8, and then when someone buys it for you for £8, then you go and pay your supplier £5 and they ship it to your customer directly. So the benefits of that are you don't ever hold any inventory, you don't need to actually ship the product, you don't even have to, store it or even see the product. It sounds great in theory, but you're probably going to need hundreds or even thousands of listings of different products to kind of make it a full-time income. A lot of people will actually dropship from a website called AliExpress.com. So that's a kind of a wholesale website in China. It's not really a wholesale website because you can buy things one by one, but what they'll do is they'll just dropship from there. So if someone buys, they get a supplier in China to send it directly. So obviously the biggest downside of that is the amount of time it takes to come, because it's going to take at least a week, if not more, when it's coming from China to your customer, which your customer might not like. Another way a lot of people do it is they'll dropship from, say, Amazon or another website. I never understood the Amazon one, because does it not come in the Amazon packaging? And then the first thing they're going to do is go to Amazon and see, okay, how much did I overpay for this product? But if you can find a supplier that can send it out fast and they've got neutral packaging, then you could be onto a winner. So there you have it. These are the 4 ways you can find products to sell. And in my opinion, the best way is sourcing a product that you can brand and kind of build that brand, because you can then expand it outside of eBay to Amazon, to your own website, running Facebook ads, Groupon, all that sort of thing. And that's where you start kind of diversifying and building like a big proper business. And if you like this video, it would mean the world for me if you liked, commented and subscribed, because that tells YouTube that, you know, this is a video worth recommending, and that would make a massive difference to me because we're such a small channel. So anyone who's done that already, thanks so much, I appreciate it a lot, and keep watching. I'll hopefully see you in the next video.